Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is August 1st, 2021. This is episode 384. This is a landmark episode, I might add. Not because anything to do with my channel, but because this is Beta Ray Bill, the fifth and final issue of the arc coming out from Marvel. This has been the best comic I've read since I started this channel. Just incredible. This should be given to every new Marvel writer that comes in. Retroactive 10 years. They should have to read all 5 issues. They should have to create a Cliff Notes version of it with all the theories and synopsis. They should have to take an exam and score at least 95 before they are fit to write for Marvel. This is just incredible. Love this comic. Comes in at a whopping $3.99, and I'm not gonna even wait. It's getting the Indie Comics Jones good excavating seal of approval right off the bat. Okay, on the cover here we have Sutar, the demon god in hell, Muspelheim. He's been sent there after Ragnarok, and he is no longer worthy to control the sword Twilight. So Beta Ray Bill wants to get this sword from Sutur, take it back, because he's told by Thor that if he gets this sword, he can use it to turn back to his human form from his cybernetically generated alternate form that most people find very repulsive and hard to love. Just a fantastic story. So, Beta Ray Bill before had a hammer called Stormbreaker that Thor broke, and that Stormbreaker used to allow him to switch form back and forth. So when he's in his warrior form, he's hideous to look at, and when he can change back to his regular form, he can be loved like a normal humanoid. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look to see who worked on it. Right after, we have a word from our sponsor, which is Marvel, is sponsoring this comic, not me. The Trial of Magneto. It's an X-Men comic. It's a #1, and it's coming out from Leah, Do As I Say, Not As I Do, Williams. The Scarlet Witch is dead. Now the trial begins. Coming out August 2021. All right, back to Beta Ray Bill. We get a nice blurb about him. Just a short, quick storyline telling about why he is Beta Ray Bill. And then we get the roundup for the arc here in these 3 short paragraphs. The name of the arc is Argent Star. It is the finale. Daniel Warren Johnson is the writer and artist. And if he does not get an Eisner for this, there is no justice in the world. Mike Spicer, it can be argued there's no justice in the world. Mike Spicer is the color artist on this. VC's Joe Sabino with Johnson is doing the lettering. Shout out to Kat Gregorowitz, the assistant editor, and Will Moss, the editor. And we'll skip CB Cebulski. And now for a word from Marvel sponsor for Dark Hawk 1. It's by Kyle Higgins, celebrating 30 years of Dark Hawk. Who is the new Dark Hawk? Witness the rebirth of Marvel's newest hero, coming out August 2021. All right, what I really love about Daniel Warren Johnson, his art style, it is so expressive, it is so exaggerated, it just pulls you in. I mean, look at Beta Ray Bill right here. His veins are popping, he's in the scowl, and he's kind of got this robotic horse head on his that's just grotesque to look at. He's using a weapon that he has gotten from Scuttlebutt there to help him out. I think Thor might have helped, or Odin might have helped him pick up that weapon as well. I can't really recall. And he goes right at Sutur, even though he says Twilight is wise. Sutur is no longer able to wield Twilight, so he has to take Beta Ray Bill to his fist, which is no problem. He's 100 foot tall versus Beta Ray Bill's skimpy 8. Scuttlebutt has the android form watching this all, and she's very alarmed at what she's seen. So Bill's able to kind of trick Sutor to shrink down from 100 feet down to 8 feet. So he's more Bill's size. And Bill, he is just stacked with perseverance here. This is his life, his future. He's not going to quit no matter how badly he gets beaten up. And he continues to fight on. Now we have Scourge and Pip coming from the ship. They were imprisoned for a little bit. But Scuttlebutt talks Scourge not to go in and fight. He's on leave from Valhalla. He found it boring there, and so he wanted to join Beta Ray Bill on his quest for this sword called Twilight. It was first a quest to find Odin to make him a new weapon, but Odin said he couldn't, but Twilight should do the trick for him. So Scuttlebutt convinces Scourge to go back and help her start the shockwave machine on the ship. Pip the Troll goes on to continues on to the fight. Now we see here that Beta Ray Bill is just getting the worst of this. He is just getting knocked about. He's still fighting, even though Sutor has shrunk down to his size. He's still a demon god. Whereas Beta Ray Bill is basically a human, an enhanced human at that. So we have the struggle just going on and on. They've able to fire up the shockwave machine. They're sending the shockwaves out. They're hoping this will help Beta Ray Bill. Meantime, they're on the top of this cathedral, and it seems to be happening. It seems to stun him. The shockwaves stun Sutor. So he's able to grab his leg in just a moment. And well, this is not exactly what happened, but I was just loving this comic. I'm a little lost. Pip is able to get on that rooftop behind him and distract Sutor by blowing these, I guess, are explosive shells into Sutor. So he turns and stabs Pip very badly, right through the middle. But this gives Pip the chance to put the explosives on the arm and detonate them. Now, Beta Ray Bill's fighting a god with just one arm. He's able to wrestle him and spear him on the cathedral spire. Just incredible. And this is where Sutor says, forget this. I'm going to make myself big again, and I'm going to end this. In the meantime, Scuttlebutt is starting to transform herself again, this time into a giant cannon, which she needs Scourge to operate and aim. She needs his expertise, and this is what's really cool. Look at this thing. Whew. Let's bring it down here. This is the gun, and that's the control for the gun right there, so you can see the ratio of Scourge to the gun. Just incredible. Just incredible stuff. I'm not going to go on any further from here. I'll just do a quick flip through so you can see the art. Stormbreaker's there. Because the rest of the story is just wonderful as the beginning was. Just really heartwarming, just really crazy good. And we get 2 pages of letters going to Daniel Warren Johnson. You can tell, look at his replies to these things. I mean, they're just huge. You can tell that people are just loving this story so much. And when's the last time you saw people react that way to a story? I don't know when. So it is a recommend. Okay, really quick word from our sponsor. Warhammer 40,000 Sisters of Battle, #1, Torun Gronbeck. This is coming out August 2021. Survive the grim darkness of the future with Canis Veridan and the Sisters of the Battle. So there you go. And finally, Black Widow is in studios now. It's a not recommend by me. But this definitely is. So go out and get this. I'm sorry if I'm doing a lot of commentary here, but man, I feel so strongly about this book. Oh man, it almost brought me to tears at the end. I just can't even give you a summary that's worthy of the story itself. You have to read it yourself. It's just really well put together. Just a work of art. just incredible. A labor of love, if you will. So thanks for stopping by and listening to my review of Beta Ray Bill. Most excellent book since this channel began, in my opinion. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't. You can leave comments if you'd like. And we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones, happy as a clam in a clam bake. Love this book. You guys take care. I bid you adieu.